following a blockbuster trade with the Cowboys that sent Parsons to Green Bay for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. Parsons also signed a record-setting 4-year, $188 million contract extension with the Packers and will wear the historic number 1 jersey. As for his former team, here's Dak on that Micah trade.
I mean, hell, y'all were asking me questions. It seemed like it got personal in their ends. So that's why I wasn't surprised. If nothing would have been done, we'd sit here and y'all still would have been asking me whether he was playing in a couple of days or when he was going to be playing. That would be a lot more of a headache and distraction than getting a solution to it.
Might have been more of a headache and distraction than a solution. Dan Orlovsky joining the party. Dan, did you like or dislike Dak's comments there?
Sure, they're fine. Dak has no choice but to say that. They have no choice but to say, it is what it is. It's time to move on. We got to go ready for a football game. They play a game in 72 hours. So he had no choice. I don't think he's revealing anything to us.
You don't think it was a shot at Micah?
No, I mean, because that's the reality. If they're went into week 1 and he was holding in and not playing, then it would have been a constant conversation, a constant distraction. So to his point, they moved on. They're a lesser football team. They're not as good of a football team because of it. But there's a end to that conversation. So, I really don't think that what he said had much merit. And I think it's the only thing he was really left to say.
Stephen A?
Everybody in life has preferences. Everybody in life has preferences, And when you're talking about working for somebody, I like cats that are willing to be bold, that are willing to say what needs to be said when it needs to be said. It's really, really nice to see a quote from Dak Prescott now. Where the hell were you all these months? You're the quarterback to make $60 million. You're supposed to be the face of the franchise, even though we all know Micah Parsons was the best player on the squad. You're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. You got your bag. You got your bag. And this dude right here, who's an all-world player, is out there with a contract dispute. At any time, could you have said, look, man, we need to do what's in the best interest of this team. We need to make sure that whatever it is that we doing is something that's going to work for us, because then we didn't make the playoffs last couple of years. We need to get our ship steered in the right direction. We need to get it right. Couldn't have said that? No. But now that he's gone, oh, well, I'm just glad it's resolved so I don't have to answer questions. Really? That's what you do? You see, it's stuff like that really ticks me off because people don't point this stuff out enough. Now, every conversation ain't meant to be had publicly. And some things are meant to be had privately, and I understand that. And yes, Molly and Dio and Cam, we don't know if Dak Prescott actually had a conversation with Jerry Jones. What we do know is that he don't seem to be able to flex with so much when it comes to getting his bag, sure. But when it comes to the team, doing what's best for the team, to make sure that y'all in a position to win, this brother should be running for office. Always politically correct. Always saying the non-confrontational, non-offensive thing instead of positioning yourself to make some noise so your team can be accountable and win some damn football games in the postseason when it really, really counts. Man, go ahead, Cam. I'm going to just shut up right now before I say some other stuff that I really, really want to say. I don't really want to go there, so I'm just going to let you go, Cam. Go ahead, bro.
But let me simmer you down some, Steve. Let me simmer you down some, because you're on one right now for all the wrong reasons. We know who Dak Prescott is, and you're not going to change him, right? Do I feel a certain type of way for what he said? Absolutely not, because in some ways he is speaking the facts. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You say, okay, you speak on this particular situation. If he was here, you would have another situation that you would have to speak on. I don't feel a certain type of way. If anything, I think Dak is ready to move on to this, Thursday night matchup. But at the end of the day, you're playing for one of the nationally garnered attention teams in all of sports. We reach and we grab and we file and we doing anything to get any type of info and intel. And of course, it's the biggest story, in the football world. So for him to say that, I'm not surprised. If anything, I'm happy that he said that, because that's one of the few times that he's reacted in a normalcy way.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused, Stephen A., of what you're all so worked up about when it comes to these comments. What did you want? And Cam can speak to it far greater than I, but Dak has to.
We lost.
But he has to often be politically correct. Like,
we lost one of the best. He said we lost one of our best players. Beforehand, before this happens, yo, Jerry, this ain't the time for personal stuff, man. This ain't the time. Let's make the best football decision. You can't do this because the brother he told you to call his agent. Come on, Jerry. Come on, Jerry. You could do that. There are things that you can do. I'm not trying to say that. Look, guys. Y'all know football. I got it. I defer to y'all. I know business. I know a little something about it. And I'm telling you, there's a way to do things. And it doesn't mean you're going to get everything you want. But what it does mean is that you can finagle your way into a situation where you force the best decision to be made as opposed to the best decision going out the window because of somebody's ego. Because of things that we don't even need to bring up. I brought it up 1,000 times in terms of not speaking to his agent, and he told you to call his agent, not him. And from that point forward, to shut down everything and wouldn't allow anybody to talk to him or his agent and stuff like that. Getting in the way of productivity for the franchise. I point this out. You can have influence and say, yo, don't do that. I've had plenty of conversations with the bosses where I've said respectfully, they the boss, not me, but I go to them and be like, respectfully, hey guys, can we make sure we do it this way? Because we don't want, that's not right, okay? And you know what? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna listen. They're gonna listen to that. It might not change their mind or the decision, but how you go about it. Maybe Jerry would have went down there and got 3 first-round picks. Maybe he would have got an additional player rather than just Scott. Maybe they would have got a better compensation for losing somebody the quality of a Micah Parsons. That's what I'm talking about. Dak don't really care, seems half the time, when he gets his bag, and then after that, you know what? The rest of the stuff ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't like that.
Ooh, I think
he had something to do with everything. He the quarterback.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Dan. And I guess what I'm saying, Stephen A, is like, I hear what you saying, but a lot of what you're saying has nothing to do with Dak.
Yeah.
And if it does have to do with Dak, what would you have wanted Dak to do? Would you have wanted him to go after Jerry Jones publicly or privately? And who's to say he didn't have conversations with Jerry Jones privately?
Don't talk. First of all, I don't speak in semi-fashion. I'm very, very clear with my enunciations, okay? I know exactly what the hell I'm saying.
Well,
let me ask you this question, Cam Newton. I'm gonna ask you a question. So, Cam Newton, when you were in Carolina, you had no say. I mean, you couldn't talk to nobody. You know, I mean, they just do what they do, and you had zero influence on the coach, on management, nothing. Nothing? Is that what you're saying?
Okay. No, I'm not saying that. Yes, you have some say, but let me ask you a question, Stephen A. When you was after there getting your big bag, and you was getting your mignon, and you was getting your corn, your mozzarella cheese, provolone, was that not you looking at after your best interest? You know what I'm saying? Pepper Jack.
Hold on, let me laugh. Hold on, let me laugh. Hold on, allow me to laugh first. Not answer your question. I mean,
you got some money on. I'm saying.
Whoa. Let me answer the question. You asked the question, let me answer it. Yes, I got my money on. No doubt about that. No problem. There's plenty of people throughout ESPN's history I have helped get theirs. And anybody who would challenge what the hell I just said to you